throughout that season on 50% shooting. And this is what Lamont went to go do. He went to go do his own research. And he's a guy that has Jordan as the GOAT.
Until LeBron retire.
My thing is that some of that conversation, Ajani, we had somebody up there. Oh, do we know if every last point was scored on Michael Jordan? It don't matter if every last point was scored on Michael Jordan. He's listed as the primary defender. So guess what? If that person's going off and scoring those points, that's on the primary defender. You're not doing your job. And if this was anybody else, you would just cook that defender. But because it's Michael Jordan, we need to analyze how many free throws that person took. We need to analyze if every last shot went up on Michael Jordan's face. It don't matter. You're the defender. You didn't do your job.
Especially when in the footage we can see him not guarding his man. He's literally standing on an island doing nothing. But this nigga is the best defender ever.
All right, let me get Benjamin up in here. Benjamin.
That's the guy right there that was trying to do it.
Is that Benjamin Franklin? Regular. What happened to your actual avatar? What do you have for me today, young man?
Oh, it's just not up on the stream. I just didn't put it in.
Oh, you just didn't put it in. Okay, sir. So did you watch the game, young man?
Oh, which game?
The 1988.
So far, I've seen like 2 games, and like I'm like waiting. Like, okay, this is gonna game that's gonna show like how much they're embellishing the steals and blocks. Waiting, I saw all of them.
Benjamin, I told you guys if you were a subscriber to the channel, you would have known there is a March 18th, 1988 complete Boston Celtics Chicago Bulls game. Did you watch that game?
I haven't seen that one.
Okay, well, in that game, they gave Michael Jordan 5 steals. We could not find 5 steals.
Is that the game you were just talking about?
That is the game we are talking about tonight. Yes, sir. Tonight is the thing. So do you want to play this game? Are you so obsessed with proving LeBron James fans so wrong that you will take your time and watch Michael Jordan?
This has nothing to do with LeBron. You're making the claim the stats are fake. I've yet to see the evidence.
Okay.
Literally said yourself it's 4 steals, arguably 5. Like, no. That's not a convincing argument.
No. There isn't a 5th steal. There isn't a 5th steal. We gave Jordan 4 steals, right? Because we don't know if this is actually a block or a steal. So you let us know what you think from your own eyes.
Court off to the right is Ainge. Dennis Johnson holding wide right, gets it to Bird Fowler. His inside pass tipped away. Jordan steals it. Michael Jordan coming in.
So would you call that a block? It looks like a block. Okay, so we gave Jordan a steal for that. So that's 4 steals.
Hey, Johnny, he said I think he did say in the comments he thought that once you get possession of the ball after a block is a steal. Didn't you say that?
Never said that.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Okay, Benjamin. Now this is supposedly the 5th steal.
The Bulls up 13, 38 seconds left. Here's Jordan, the steal. Lohaus gets the loose ball though. Bird's 15-footer, rim's no good. Rebound Lohaus, his follow no, but a foul.
Is that a steal, Benjamin?
You can argue it. They're probably saying he had possession momentarily. And lost it. That's probably what they're saying.
Who had possession?
He wasn't here.
That's probably what the scorekeeper is saying.
No. Who had possession?
They're probably saying Jordan got it and then lost it. That's probably what they're saying.
Do you think he
The
had?
Bulls up 13, 38 seconds left. Here's Jordan, the steal. Lohaus gets the loose ball though. Bird's 15-footer, rim's no good. Rebound Lohaus, his follow no, but a foul.
Go ahead, Brandon.
He never had that damn ball.
Go ahead, Brandon. Go ahead, Brandon. I'm sorry, Brandon. Go ahead, Brandon, because I didn't see possession.
I'm just saying, like, do you think he had possession, Benjamin?
It didn't look like it to me.
Okay, that's what Ajani's saying. Like, he didn't have possession.
All right, so how about this one then, Benjamin?
Back the other way. Here goes 3-2. Yeah, Ainge spun it up. Now Johnson has it right at the lane. And Paxson steals the ball from him. Boston a re-steal. Right corner shot by Larry Bird.
Is that a steal or not?
Not by MJ.
I know that, but is that a steal or not?
It didn't look like one.
Okay, that was just similar to MJ's steal. Actually, he seemed to have more possession of the ball than Jordan ever did. And none of them had possession. But this is the key thing that you need to understand, is that if they counted this as a steal.
The Bulls up 13, 38 seconds left. Here's Jordan, the steal. Lohaus gets the loose ball though. Bird's 15-footer, rim's no good. Rebound Lohaus, his follow no, but a foul.
and John Paxson's steal as a steal, then what they got in the box score is completely wrong. Them having only 16 turnovers is completely wrong. Because I accounted for the 11 steals, including Michael Jordan's 5 here, not including John Paxson's steal. And they had 6 dead ball turnovers in this game. So the box score is wrong. The Bulls did not have 12 steals. Boston did not have 16 turnovers, and Michael Jordan did not have 5 steals.
Well, according to you, sure, but I mean, I would have to watch the whole game. So
again, you didn't want to watch the whole game. You just said
I've seen games. I haven't seen that particular game. I've seen games, and every time it adds up. In the tally.
No, again, you didn't watch this game. What game did you watch?
I've seen the Rockets game. I've seen the Celtics game where he had like multiple 8 steals and a half.
What Rockets game and what link can you give to us that it was in a complete game from 1988 that shows that game? Because as of right now, there's only 3 that I saw on the internet. A complete one from tip-off to the end of the game. There's only been 3. 2 on FYF Sports and the one that I'm talking about right now. There is no other ones.
The one on FYF Sports where he basically left out the first quarter, ended up finding the first quarter on Reddit.
So that's not a complete game. Again, I asked you what complete
I literally just said I saw the entire first quarter, but I know you wanted to talk over me. Didn't want to let me get that out. I get it.
Where did you watch the first quarter at?
I saw a link of it on Reddit.
So the actual one,
a Vimeo link.
So you don't have that link available to put in the chat right now?
I can go and look for it.
Okay, you need to go look for it. And before you go do that, you need to go watch the 1988 game. Because in that 1988 game, Jordan didn't have 5 steals. The Boston Celtics had 17 turnovers by the actual box score and from what was there. They didn't count that. Jordan did not have 5 steals and did not have 12 steals in the game. There's only 11 steals that you can count for.
So right now, this is he said, she said. And
no,
it's hard to take your word for it because like I've seen some of the clips and like you're counting fouls as turnovers. I seen you count.
Punk ass now. That old bullshit.
Don't lie on my name. Where did I count a foul as a steal? Where did I show that anywhere in the program? Don't lie on my name. I get tired of you guys lying. You guys lie so easily. I never said anything about a foul. I do not have one clip here of a foul at all. I said these are live ball turnovers. There's only 11 that we could account for. Even if we give the Bulls the extra one that I didn't account for as a live turnover, that is 12. There was 6 dead ball turnovers in the game. And I'm going to give you the numbers for you so that you can know. The timestamps. Here it is. I'm going to give you the timestamps for those games, for those dead ball turnovers. The first dead ball turnover in this game, if you want to go to it, is at 31-19. It is a travel by Boston. Then they had another one at 31-54, which was them throwing the ball out of bounds. Then they had another one at 35-40, which is a 24-second shot clock. Then they had 3 in the fourth quarter. They had one at 1 hour and 30 minutes and 45 seconds. Another one at 1 hour, 32 minutes and 30 seconds, which was an actual, I believe it was a travel. And then there was the last one was at 1 hour, 36 minutes and 40 seconds. That is 6 dead ball turnovers. So that means it's either one or two things. The Chicago Bulls did not have 11 steals. They did not have 12 steals, or the game was cooked. That's the facts.
So this is what I don't understand about dudes like Benjamin. You have somebody who's literally did the research. He sat down with a timekeeper who literally sat there and counted the steals and everything with him. So it's not like he did it by himself. He went with someone whose actual job is to do this. They come to the conclusion that these games and the amount of steals that they had in the games did not add up. He's sitting here saying they're lying and he knows better.
No, I told everybody to go watch this game. So you can't call me a liar because then I wanted to see what you got. But they don't do that.
No,
but then forget Haverstraw. Forget Haverstraw because like you said, nobody saw what Haverstraw did. We're talking about what I did today. This is why they're dead today. This is why I am a jigsaw today. I told them, let's play this game. They are so obsessed with Michael Jordan that they do not want to watch the Michael Jordan film of them cooking the books. He lied and said he watched the full film. He didn't. Then told us he watched the whole first quarter of the same game that's missing in the film that Lamont got. And I trust Lamont got his information better because Lamont posted it. These are the same guys that always demand proof but never show the proof themselves. So that's what tonight's game about. So you're not going to come up here and lie and call me a liar. So it's either one or two things. You're going to be so obsessed with proving us wrong by showing us the 5 steals, or you going to be so obsessed with Michael Jordan and accept the fact that you didn't go watch the film. Either way, you're dead. Either way, you've been exposed by the exposure. That's the truth.
I mean,
So I'm not letting you back up, Benjamin. You might as well go home and go watch the game, because I'm not talking to nobody who didn't take their time to watch the game. You didn't watch it. It's an hour and 45 minutes long. You could actually hit the settings and make it a 1.5 speed faster, and it'll actually look better for you. It'll actually look like today's game. You'll actually be impressed by the passes and the stuff that you see going on in the game. You don't even have to waste a whole hour of 45 minutes of your life. It'll take you about an hour to watch it.
So
But
Johnny said there was 3 1988 games.
There's 3 1988 games available right now for anybody to watch. There's 2 of them on FYF Sports Debates. There is a Utah Jazz game at Utah. Then there's also a New York Knicks game at New York. Now, these are not games that are at Chicago's home court. But from what I heard in the comments and what I read in the comments, it looks like there's some cooked numbers in those games as well. But I didn't watch those games, so I can't talk about it. I'm only going to talk about the 1988 Boston game, which is available on YouTube. I put the link in the show chat, in the caption, in the chat. Matter of fact, I'll put it in the chat now. I'll find it for you now. But you guys are just liars.
Bluetooth disconnected.
This really showcases. I don't think they really care about the authenticity of basketball.
I just think it's so crazy that they are like diehard Jordan fans but refuse to watch his games.
Oh,
They
on
just don't watch
FYF,
like-
yeah, on FYF, you know FYF have over 140,000 subscribers. Whenever he goes live, there's easily 300, 400, 500, 600 people watching his live, talking about whatever he's talking about. But when he put the actual games on, it's like 7 people watching.
Right.
Like 10 people watching.
It just don't make any sense to me.
I noticed that too.
Like they're diehard Jordan fans. They say how bad the game is today, but they refuse to watch their hero play basketball. They only want to watch highlights.
You got to think about it, bro. You
Because it's boring.
don't want your
Because it's
reality
boring.
shattered. You got to think about that, B-Lee. You do not want your reality shattered. This man has been their idol their entire lives when it comes to basketball. They can't believe he cheated. They can't believe it.
I understand that. That's like watching your wife cheat and watching the tape. They don't want to watch their spouse cheating on them. They don't want to watch that. But still, they do not want to watch Michael Jordan play. Just like when we showed the games on the show, it was their first time seeing it. It was their first time seeing it. Like, have you not watched Michael Jordan play?
No, they never watched it.
Me and Johnny watched more Michael Jordan games than they have ever done.
The majority of these people who sit here and say they got Jordan to go, the overwhelming majority of them only watched playoff games and finals games. They didn't watch regular season games, bro. So most of that bullshit they be talking, they're lying. I already knew that from jump. So I don't even argue that shit. If you didn't live in that immediate area, you didn't get to watch a regular season game the way they got to watch them in Chicago. They're lying. The only way you're watching that is later on.
Look, here goes one right here, Twin Man. There goes another one right here. Mr. Oppenheimer. Now they're going to random list a straw man that has nothing to do with my arguments. Why are you in the comments and not watching the game? Why are you not telling us the 5 steals exist? Show us everything that you found. Because like I told you guys, I have 6 dead ball turnovers in that game recorded, officially.
I don't even know. What was his argument?
Benjamin? That I didn't watch the games. That it's based off of what I saw. But he didn't watch the games to challenge me. So he can't tell me I'm lying. And I'm not going to accept somebody telling me that they're not going to accept the information that I took my time to do. I'm not going to do that. Because again, it's either you're going to be obsessed by proving me wrong by showing me the 5 steals, meaning that you had to watch the games, or you're going to be so obsessed with Jordan that you refuse to watch the games because you might find out there are not 5 steals.
Right.
So either way, you're dead. You didn't win the game. I won today easily because I took the time to go watch the games, and I don't even watch the games. I have this guy on Facebook who always makes fun of me because I always tell him I don't go back and watch games because I don't. Like my wife's a Knicks fan. She'll watch the Knicks play tonight, and she would wake up tomorrow, and when the Knicks game come on again on MSG, she's actually watching the same. But I don't do that. If I watch the game, that's it. I watch the game. Why am I going to watch something I already saw? Now, mind you, it's off season, and I didn't see these games, so I might as well sit here and watch them. And we got Maybach saying JDRs are making up excuses. They got nothing but excuses, but don't want to go watch the game. The link is available on my actual show line. It's available right here. You can click right on the show. It says it right here. Link to Boston Celtics and the Chicago game March 18th. How many of you guys actually clicked that link and started watching the game?
I don't want to watch it. It's too ugly to watch. Those games are ugly to watch. It's not HD.
You can speed up the time. Oh yeah. I mean,
it's not HD. The players look malnourished. Like they don't want to watch it. It's too ugly to watch.
Malnourished is crazy.
That's wild.
Listen,
who wants their entire?
Don't attack us skinny folks, okay? Don't attack us.
Malnourished is insane.
100, bro. If you got Michael Jordan as the GOAT, and this evidence, forget this, not allegations. This evidence comes out that they cooked your numbers to give you an award to uplift you above everybody else. You don't want them to take that from you. That 1988 season has been held as the pinnacle, even though it's not the best season ever. They try to make it the pinnacle season ever, bro. So now for it to come out, not only did they cook the books for you, but at the same time, you definitely wasn't the best defender and got cooked all year, and there's numbers to back it up. It's just destroying their reality, and they don't know how to handle it.
No. Let's do this. Let's do this. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for you, Lamont. I will wait for you, Lamont. I'll give you 20 minutes, brother. Don't rush yourself. Get wherever you got to do. Do what you got to do. I'll wait for you. No worries. I'm gonna let Benjamin back up because he is patient and waiting. So Benjamin,
I'm about to go ahead and head out, but
all right. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, Brandon. Appreciate you. Thank you, brother. All right. So I'm gonna ask you this, Benjamin. You said you watched the game, the Houston Rockets game. How many steals did Michael Jordan have, and how many steals did you record for Michael Jordan in that game?
It matched up exactly with what the box score said.
And what was that?
This is a couple of days ago. I don't remember. But this is a couple of days ago.
Get off my shit.
You have now been exposed by the exposer.
He's definitely lying.
Wow.
He's lying.
Is he dead ass?
Yes, he was dead ass. He was dead ass. I gave him a chance. I gave them a chance, ladies and gentlemen. I gave them a chance. This is why I can't take it. I can't take it. So we had all of y'all legitimately. Hold on, wait. And this is another thing too. Remember, I told y'all at the end of the first quarter they recorded 9 steals. At the end of the first quarter. Remember, I told you that, right? I mean, at the end of the first half, they recorded 9 steals. That was the official record of that. So it's either one, like I said, they counted that block as a steal, or they counted John Paxson's steal. It's one or the other. They couldn't account. They couldn't have accounted for both, because if they accounted for both, then there would need to be more turnovers on the books. That is the official. And then this is the thing, right? Remember, I told y'all at the end of the halftime, right? I had 12 turnovers. They also had 12 turnovers. I had 9 steals. They had 9 steals. At the end of the third quarter, Chicago had 2 more steals. It was 14-14. I dare anybody to go look at that fourth quarter, and you will see the 3 dead ball turnovers by Boston, which would have gave Boston 17 official turnovers, which is what I put in my books when I actually did it. Because when I actually did mine, there was three possible turnovers that I thought they were turnovers, but they really weren't. Because if you really look at the numbers, they were not turnovers by the way they did it. So I actually recorded 17 official turnovers. But they said it was only 16. And even if there was only 16, 6 of those were actually dead ball turnovers, so there's no way Chicago actually had 12 steals. So I told you guys, if you wanted to play this game with me tonight, you had to watch the game. And you didn't watch the game. And I'm disappointed in you. I know Herm came up here and said he's disappointed in me. No, I'm disappointed in you, Zesties, for not going back and doing the same thing you always told us to go do. Use your eye test. Go watch the games. And then come back with an accurate assessment. Don't come back and tell me, well, I don't remember, I forgot. That was a couple of days ago. So how the fuck am I supposed to take your word that you remember a game from 1994, but you didn't remember a game you watched 2 days ago? I always told you guys, you didn't even remember what you ate for lunch last week, and you want to come tell me about when you was watching Michael Jordan play in 1987. Straight liars. DJ Killer, thank you for joining me. What's good?
What's good, Johnny? What's good, John? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. So let me ask you a question. Did you get a chance to watch the game?
No, I didn't get a chance to watch it. But I seen the highlights you just put on or put up or showed. The one with Larry Bird was definitely a shot. The phantom steals that Mike got with the deflection, that definitely wasn't a steal, and the other one that I think Oakley poked away, that wasn't a steal either. So, I mean,
well, technically, if you poke the ball away and your teammate takes it, it's your steal. That is the NBA rule. It's officially in the rule book right here, ladies and gentlemen. If a player deflects a pass or dribble and controls his deflection either away from the opponent or towards a teammate, resulting in an eventual possession for the defense, the player causing the deflection is accredited with the steal. They even put here, on this play, number 11 in blue, Monte Morris is accredited with the steal since he deflected the pass and in a controlled manner away from the opponent, even though Morris did not control the ball. They are talking about this particular play and video right here.
A steal is credited to a player that legally takes the ball away from an opponent, intercepts a pass, or otherwise obtains possession of the ball following an opponent's turnover, provided the ball has remained in bounds and the clock is not stopped. If a player deflects a pass or dribble and controls his deflection either away from an opponent or towards a teammate resulting in eventual possession for the defense, the player causing the deflection is credited with the steal. On this play, number 11 in blue, Monte Morris, is credited with the steal since he deflected the pass in a controlled manner away from the opponent, even though Morris did not control the ball.
So that's the NBA rule. Now, mind you, is that the rule in 1988? None of us know because most of us didn't even watch the games. So we really don't know if that's not enough. So, but at the end of the day, we have to ask ourselves, is this really a Jordan steal by that actual letter of the law?
The Bulls back up 17 again. Bird with it off to the right, dumps it into Parrish, low right against Corsi. Parrish dribble the ball away. Jordan a steal, Bulls out on the break.
Was that a deflection or was that a lost dribble?
It looked like, but it could be a steal after a lost dribble, right?
I'm guessing so. Yes,
yeah.
It could be a lost. But then
I would say that's a steal.
Huh?
Yeah, that's a steal.
I'm gonna be honest. In my opinion, that one's kind of iffy. I have to call that one a steal.
Okay,
I have to call that one a steal.
Okay, so
that looks like a steal.
All right, so what about this one?
To stop it now, Ainge real quick back in. Checked by Vincent, wide left, and it goes to McHale against Oakley, and the ball loose to Jordan. Michael Jordan brings it up for the Bulls.
I can't see clearly if that was a deflection. It just seemed like the guy lost it.
No, that's the other way. Look at it again. Look at it again.
Stop it now, Ainge real quick back in. Checked by Vincent, wide left, and it goes to McHale against Oakley, and the ball loose to Jordan. Michael Jordan brings it up for the Bulls.
Okay, it was a deflection.
Oakley hits the ball, but that would be a steal for Oakley, not Jordan.
Exactly. So by the books, that shouldn't be a steal for Jordan. But let's just say we give that to Jordan, and then this is the fifth steal right here.
The Bulls up 13, 38 seconds left. Here's Jordan, the steal. Lohaus gets the loose ball though. Bird's 15-footer, rim's no good. Rebound Lohaus, his follow no, but a foul.
Nope.
That's definitely not a steal. Now that's definitely not a steal.
No. Nope.
That first
Definitely
one,
not.
now that first one, it looked like Jordan deflected the ball and got the possession of the ball. That second one was clearly Oakley steal if you're going by the letter of the law. Oakley deflected the ball, Jordan grabbed possession. If they gave Jordan that steal, that's not a steal for Jordan. That's supposed to be a steal for Oakley. And that last one, the ball was the ball was deflected, but the Celtics got possession. So how's that a steal?
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't a turnover of the ball, right? So again, but that's what I'm saying. If they wanted to count this as a steal, the Michael Jordan, if they want to count this as a steal for Michael Jordan, right, as the fifth steal, this one right
The
here.
Bulls up 13, 38 seconds left. Here's Jordan, the steal. Lohaus gets the loose ball, though. Bird's 15-footer. Rim's no good. Rebound, Lohaus. His follow, no, but a foul.
And if so, then they have to make this a steal as well.
Back the other way.
Here goes 3-2.
Yeah, Ames spun it up. Now Johnson has it right of the lane. And Paxson steals the ball from him. Boston a re-steal. Right corner shot by Larry Bird.
That's not even a steal. The first deflection to me is not a steal. They're scrambling for the ball, and the Celtic player gets it. Where's the steal? Nobody has possession.
So it looks like Michael Jordan really had like 3, maybe like 3.
That's what Havisher recorded. If we count that block as a steal, the Oakley block as a steal, it would be 4.
Yeah, that was a block. Yeah, I would say it was 3.
But again, the key thing about all of this is again, this is the key thing about all of this is that the only way to actually have a steal is with live ball turnovers. The fact that they recorded 6 turnovers and in reality the Boston Celtics had 6 dead live ball turnovers shows that they cooked the numbers. Because if they had 16 turnovers and 6 of them were dead ball turnovers, that means only 10 plays could have led to steals.
That's a good point. That's a great point.
Do you understand?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
It is for a fact that there is 6 dead ball turnovers in that game. There's 2 travels, a shot clock, and 2 balls going out of bounds, and I believe there's an offensive foul somewhere in that game.
So wait, how many live ball turnovers they have to turnovers in total?
Well, okay, if you go by what they officially recorded, that means they only had 4 dead ball turnovers. They had 12 live ball turnovers. I only accounted for 11. And this one is not counting the steals. This one's not counting the block steal, right? And this one is not counting that last steal. The one that's not considered steal that they called the steal. So if they wanted to count Jordan's block as a steal, I mean that Oakley block as a steal, that would make 12 live ball turnovers. And if you want to make the last 5th turnover, I mean the last 5th steal a turnover, that means it would be 13 live ball turnovers.
Yeah, but neither one of those are steals. That's what I'm saying. That just like for that.
That's what I'm saying. So the numbers, it's not really a mistake. It's just cooked books.
Yeah. I don't see how anybody can look at that Oakley. Oakley literally slaps the ball. You literally went through the definition of what the NBA considers a steal. The person deflecting the ball is supposed to be accredited to steal. So that's not a steal for Jordan. So how many times did they do that? Scotty tips the ball out from somebody, Jordan gets the ball, and they gave him that steal.
Well, the same guy, Mr. Rosenberg, which you guys see on the top left, also stated that Scottie Pippen used to get mad at him, saying that he used to take away steals from Scottie Pippen, that he didn't count Scottie Pippen steals. Again, if they're going to count this here as Michael Jordan's 5th steal, then they should have counted John Paxson's steal. So if this is a steal.
The Bulls up 13, 38 seconds left. Here's Jordan, the steal. Lohaus gets the loose ball, though. Bird's 15-footer. Rim's no good. Rebound, Lohaus. His follow, no, but a foul. Back the other way.
Here goes 3-2.
Yeah, Ames spun it up. Now Johnson has it right of the lane. And Paxson steals the ball from him. Boston a re-steal. Right corner shot by Larry Bird.
If one's a steal, so is the other. So that means the Bulls would have had 13 steals.
Right. So my thing is the commentator even corrects himself and says Boston recovers the loose ball. In the first one you showed, he even corrects himself. He said Jordan with the steal, Boston recovers the loose ball. Because that's what it was at the moment. Yeah, the ball was deflected. Nobody has possession of the basketball until the Boston player gets it. How's that a steal?
Herman, Pee Wee Herman. You did not go watch the game in this little short span of time. Even if you would have did 2 times as fast to watch the film, you didn't do that. I'm not letting you up because you did not watch the film. You refused to watch the film. You have admitted to us here that you're so obsessed with Michael Jordan that you won't look at the film. I mean, even Lowe, who has Jordan as the GOAT, is okay with understanding these numbers and what he sees. Because, it like you always said, it's not about the stats.
Yeah, he admitted that.
So it's not about the stats. It's not about the stats.
Goodness gracious.
He said, I told you 4 steals. I told you I watched the game. Okay, let's let Herm up since he said he did. Okay,
Herm.
I mean,
I've
been told you I watched the game. You just mad at me because you finding out some stuff that I been knew about the NBA, colluding and doing sneaky and dirty things behind the scenes. So,
Herm, can I ask you a question?
Don't ask me shit. I'm told to go James. So end of the day, bro, like I told you, my son. I told you, I'm disappointed in you for you taking this long to even discover this. That's when I'm just more disappointed than anything.
How? I found out just like everybody else last Thursday.
Bro, it's been.
You didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You see, look, they lie. I can't take you liars.
Hold on, hey Johnny.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie. He didn't know shit. You lying. I can't take liars.
I can actually vouch for Herm in one aspect. There was conversations about people cooking books in the 80s. There was, but they were always quashed. Hey Johnny, because they would always talk about people like John Stockton or Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yes, they were talking about they were talking about exactly. They were not talking about John Stockton made a pass. It is an assist. Jordan did not steal the ball. There's a big fucking difference. It wasn't. And listen, and the reason we're at this point is because Zesty Jeffries, like Herm, like Benjamin, spend their day's work trying to tell us about how horrible today's NBA is because they are obsessed with Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. And the only way to keep those guys relevant is to remind us that no one could be like them. So they have to lie. So guess what the guys did? The same idiots on Reddit said J.J. Jackson did not deserve his Defensive Player of the Year, the same way they're trying to say Rudy doesn't deserve it because his numbers were cooked. But guess what? We have tracking. We have film. We have real NBA fans that went and do that research. And when they went to go look at the film, Jared Jackson numbers were not cooked at all. So then what that did was that made Haverstraw say, well, damn, why would they go do this? Let me go look at all the disparities between the defensive players of the years throughout the NBA history. And guess who was number 1 by a large margin? Like always.
Of course.
Jordan.
But see, that's where the discussion will always stop. No one wanted to talk about that. They always wanted to talk about Hakeem, and they always wanted to talk about John Stockton. They always wanted to talk about players, those type of players. They never wanted to talk about Jordan. And if you mentioned anything about Jordan's numbers possibly being cooked, you were a pariah. You were immediately shut down because Jordan's just the messiah that could never cheat. That's what I'm saying. This out blows up all of this.
It blows up everything. Listen.
What's about?
Listen, Herm said this. Wait. I got Herm in the background talking shit. Herm, you said I've been said this. This is your perfect opportunity to expose the exposer. I told y'all this. This is the footage. Go get this film of me not letting you talk, and then go get the film of you talking about the 80s like you're trying to talk to right now, and show the world. You are a content creator. You have a platform of your own. So y'all make sure to subscribe to him. And every time you guys go to his channel, please let him know that he's Pee Wee Herman as well. Put Pee Wee Herman in his comments. Because you can go do that. Legitimately right now, I'm giving you a recipe. Right? I'm going to teach you how to cook. Like the Bull scorekeepers were cooking up books. Go cook by taking this clip right here of me not letting you speak. Of you telling us that you've always said this. Then go get the clip of you saying it and put it in a video. It shouldn't take that long. Do it under 60 seconds so it can be a short or a reel, and you'll get more likes and more views.
Yeah, that's a lie. He never said that.
Now, Herm never. Now, I'm be real, Herm. I've never heard you talk about it, but he's not lying when he sit here and says,
bruh,
when he sit here,
Nobody ever said anything other than Stockton, because Stockton used to get like
Right.
20 assists, and people would be like, that can't
Right.
be considered an assist, but it is considered an assist. By the letter
Right.
of the law, it's an assist. By the letter
Right.
of the law, that was not a steal. By the letter
Right.
of the law, you cannot have 10 live ball turnovers and 12 steals.
That's right. That math ain't mathing.
It ain't mathing.
And here's
That's
the
just
thing-
that's just the facts.
and here's
So
the
that means they
thing, too,
either
right?
gave Jordan 2 extra steals, or they didn't give somebody else a steal and gave one to Jordan.
Right.
Either way, they cooked the books for Jordan.
I mean, now all of a sudden everybody's enlightened, and they was like, "Oh, this been talked about." Yeah, but they never talked about it when they
No.
came to Jordan. So
Listen.
Herm, you got to tell the truth on that, bro.
No,
Tell the
this all
truth
Herm
on
got to
that.
do. No, all Herm got to do is invite me over to Cricket TV, and I will sit there and listen to him spew all his hate because it's his show. And when he gives me my chance to speak, I will expose you.
They ain't gonna give you the chance to speak. That's the
You,
problem, bro.
that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Then I will have film of it. I will put it on my channel and show how when I went over there, they wouldn't even let me speak. That's why they can't win against me. Because like I told you tonight, if you really wanted to play this game with me, all you had to do was watch the film and prove the 5 steals. You are so obsessed with proving us wrong, but tonight you cannot. Because you are so obsessed with Michael Jordan, you refuse to go watch the film to prove us wrong. Do you see how tormenting that is? That's why tonight's show is so special. And don't forget, next week's show, it will be the 50th episode of the Friday Night Exposure. And I will be giving you guys my top 50 greatest players to ever play the game, based off of criteria that you guys helped me create. It will be a special members only show. So you must become a member of the channel to participate in the show in any way. Once you are a member of any tier, you will automatically be participating of the show. I will send you the link. You can come up, and how you will be able to win one of these posters is that you would have to tell me who's in my top 10 in order, and the 3 guys who get it will win these 3 posters and go home as happy GOAT James Kingdom members and fans. And thank you for your support. So that's what we're trying to do. I'm going on 50th shows. This is my 49th episode here in GOAT James Kingdom as the Friday Night Exposure. You guys have been so great to me, and I want to give my appreciation to you guys. All you have to do is become a member of the channel. It is $4.99 to become a member as a Knights of GOAT James Kingdom. That's it. And you will have an opportunity to do that. Again, if you are not a GOAT James Kingdom member, you will not be able to participate in the Friday Night Exposure 50th episode, where I will give you guys my top 50 greatest players based off of my objective criteria. Completely objective. So that's what we do best in GOAT James Kingdom. It's fine. It's fine. I'm still waiting on Lamont. So Lamont, let me know if you're still available and you're still going to show up, because I'm still waiting on you. That's what we're doing right now. So you guys all agree. You guys, hold on, wait. You all agree that we did not find 5 steals, correct?
Yeah.
Correct. That was like 3 steals.
Okay.
Maybe 3. I was gonna say maybe 3, bro. But
All right,
that bullshit they did, those last 2 ones, they knocked the ball away. It's a loose ball, and the Celtics player get the ball back. That's not a steal. A deflection is not a steal. So if they counted those as steals, that's just not a steal, bro. And if anybody's trying to call that a steal, you don't know basketball. Because if you're breaking down the letter of the law and they show you an example of a deflection and who gets the steal counted when your teammate gets possession of the basketball, it's the person who deflected the ball. A deflection is not a steal. So those last 2 plays, when you showed Jordan deflecting the ball, but the Boston player got control, and Paxton deflecting the ball, and the Boston player getting control of the ball, if they gave those 2 steals to Jordan, or even if they gave that steal to Jordan and the other one to Paxton, that's just wrong.
Yeah. So yeah, that's just the fact. Now, but my question is, because Benjamin is still in the background, is that why only use Zesty Jeffrey's eye test matter? Why can't you trust my eye test? Why do you think I'm trying to be mischievous? This is why I came on as a jigsaw today. Because I've suffered enough under you guys' tyrannical reign as the guys who tell us how we should watch and understand the game of basketball.
And then can I say this too? Because
go ahead.
I don't think people really realize the magnitude of this. They significantly altered public records public history. These are numbers that they use in GOAT debates to compare players to, compare LeBron, Mike, all this. And you significantly altered all the numbers pretty much. Like these are public
it's hard to
records,
hear
bro.
you.
You can't hear me?
It's hard
we
to
can hear
hear.
you.
It's hard to choppy.
All right, hold on.
It sounds muffled.
Yeah, can you hear me? 1, 2.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
I can hear you, but it just sounds muffled. Is what I'm saying.
But basically, what I'm saying is that they altered history, bro. Like, so how can you call someone the GOAT and his numbers are cooked, and Herm is admitting that they're cooked? Like, that's idiotic to me.
So my thing is we saw a man attacked for allegations. We heard them saying they should throw out his entire career. Every record he set shouldn't count based off of allegations. You have people doing the research like Ajani, like Hablashaw. You have all these people doing the research, doing exactly what they wanted us to do. Go watch the games, watching the games, shit ain't added up. And guess what? They're not killing him. If this was any other all-time great player, if this was Wilt, if this was Bill, if this was LeBron, if this was Larry, if this was Magic, if this was any all-time great other all-time great player, they would be calling for that entire person's career to be torn down. But because it's Michael Jordan, it's man, we already knew this. This shouldn't even be a big deal. Was it a big deal when they were
this is the problem, right? Because look, we got Mr. Oppenheimer say research, right? If they did their research, this is what they would come back to the conclusion. They would have to come back to us and tell us that this was a Michael Jordan steal.
The Bulls up 13, 38 seconds left. Here's Jordan, the steal. Lohaus gets the loose ball, though. Bird's 15-footer. Rim's no good. Rebound, Lohaus. His follow, no, but a foul.
And if they do...
Is that steal, Oppenheimer?
Hold on, wait.
Steal?
And if that is a steal, they're also going to have to count this as a steal.
Back the other way.
Here goes 3-2.
Yeah, Ames spun it up. Now Johnson has it right of the lane. And Paxson steals the ball from him. Boston a re-steal. Right corner shot by Larry Bird.
He said earlier that wasn't a steal.
Well,
but
okay.
I'm confused.
No,
on
that's
what
Benjamin. That's Benjamin. Benjamin said that. Oppenheimer is another. I don't know if that he was saying that. So again, if both of those are steals, then in reality, and if we look at the books, they did not have 12 steals. They should have 13 steals.
Hey Johnny, I think that's the same person. That is Benjamin.
No, Benjamin is still in the background. That is not him. That is not Benjamin. It could be. It could be.
I would think so. Yeah,
it could be. It could be. Now, Rex, I would love for you to come up because you are a basketball historian. You are someone who watched the game back in the days. You said that you used to call it out back in the days. Again, it's hard to say that when at the end of the day, most of us in that time got those numbers when we were looking at a newspaper. We didn't actually watch the game. In 1988, ESPN was not that popular. Not too many people had ESPN and cable television in 1988, let alone ESPN was showing you all the highlights of all the games because it wasn't easily accessible to them back then as well. There was no sending stuff out digitally, so you physically had to get the tape. It was harder to do that. That's why cable television changed everything. Because no longer did you need that. You understand what I'm trying to say? So how did you know that the numbers were cooked in 1988 if you didn't know the numbers until the next day? You didn't even watch the game.
Exactly.
Most people did not watch Utah play. So how are you sitting here thinking John Stockton were getting cooked numbers and you were not watching Utah games? They're a small market team.
Utah games only played in Utah.
And this is why people don't like me. Because I don't accept lies. Now we have a Jeffrey that came up. Oh, this is Rex. I know this picture. This is a young Rex. How you doing there, sir?
Hey, what's going on?
Okay, yeah. Explain what you said. I saw your comment earlier. You said something about you used to call it out back in the days, and you've been called a hater for 30 years. So can you elaborate for us, please?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's. I've pretty much got the reputation of being the show killer guy. When everyone gets on their rant and gets rolling and starts using hyperbole and expletives and exaggerating things, I'm always the one that goes, well, and that was, I was a Maryland guy growing up. I'm from Northern Virginia, Grew up playing basketball around that area. I was a Maryland guy, so I didn't root for North Carolina. So I was never a Jordan guy. And then he goes to the NBA and he explodes. Obviously, bias implodes. So everyone just said I was a hater. Whenever I'd point out, I'd see something that went on, and it'd be like, oh, that's, he got a steal. And it's like, well, no, he didn't. He just knocked the ball away. That's not a steal. You have to have a change of possession to have a steal. If it's a steal and then the other team gets it back, then he also committed a turnover. Did he get credit for a turnover?
Right.
You can't have you can't have the steal. You can't call it a steal without then if I believe in the pic you showed it was it Boston that got it back? Was it Ainge?
Yeah. But
then Ainge has to be credited with a steal as well, and Jordan with a turnover.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know if they did that, because as an example, like this play here, let me ask you this question: is this a block or a steal to you, Rex?
Court off to the right is Ainge. Dennis Johnson holding wide right, gets it to Bird, foul on his inside pass, tipped away. Jordan steals it. Michael Jordan coming in.
I don't know how many you drink.
No, that's a missed shot. If it got touched by the first defender, that's a missed shot. That's not a steal.
Okay. All right. So let me. We got Lamont from FYF Sports Debate. Thank you for joining me, sir. You've been doing your research as well. You actually have more access to games than I do. Did you consider that a block or a steal there, Lamont?
On a play you just showed, I didn't see anything, a block nor a steal. I didn't see anything.
Oh, so you didn't see us block neither? You didn't see because it was kind of blocked. If not, that means Bird shot an air ball. But the question is, did they give Jordan the credit for a rebound and a steal? Let's look at it again.
Court off to the right is Ainge. Dennis Johnson holding wide right, gets it to Bird, foul on his inside pass, tipped away. Jordan steals it. Michael Jordan coming in.
Okay, I see what he's saying there. According to the commentator, Bird decided at the last second, as he rose to shoot, that he was going to do a dump down pass underneath to someone under the basket, and Jordan stole the dump down pass, is what he's claiming happened.
So that did not look like no dump down pass.
It looked like the ball was tipped. Either way, it looked like the ball was tipped. It didn't look like
a tip shot. That looks like that's called a shot attempt. That's a rebound.
It all depends on whether or not the scorekeeper called it a shot attempt or a pass.
Okay, well, if they did that, the numbers were completely off because I didn't count that as a steal. So if I did count that as a steal, the Bulls actually would have 13 steals and only on 10 live ball turnovers. So let me let Lamont get in because Lamont done his research. Lamont, you see what I'm doing here. I gave the Zesty Jeffries an option. I told him if they wanted to play the game, they had to either prove me wrong and show me the 5 steals of a full, complete 1988 Chicago Bulls game at home, or be so obsessed with Jordan they would find out that he got the cookbooks. And they basically failed today. They couldn't do either or.
No, what I did was when I found as many games as I could. In total, I got 16 games, 1 playoff, and 15 regular season. I didn't care if they was home or away. Because we kind of attacking it from 2 different fronts. Because my attack is that, irregardless of the blocks and steals, I don't think it was quality defense. And then when you do look at the blocks and steals, the numbers kind of look cooked a little bit, like you've been pointing out. So I was hoping that people would try to just start evaluating the quality of the defense as opposed to counting steals. And when I looked at my comments, there were a couple people trying to put timestamps down, and so I was like, let me entertain some of these timestamps, and I was clicking on the timestamps, and one of them was a Dave Wingate steal, another one was an outlet pass to Jordan at half court where somebody kind of bumped him, he lost the ball a little bit, got it back, threw it up to Pippen, and it was a layup at the buzzer, and I guess they counted him kind of losing the ball and getting it back as a steal, and it's just like that I think they saw that the numbers might have been fudged to a certain degree. So they was just trying to find anything that could have been considered a steal. And what they'd say is that they try to say, well, the stat keeper made a subjective mistake and just counted this as a steal, but this is the steal we think that they're talking about. And I'm when I look at them, I'm like, no, this is clearly not a steal, and there was no mistake made. It was clearly a finesse job on the stats. And I even in the road game I played today with the Knicks, I didn't care. Like, I think because you can see the disparity. Like the two home games that I played, I think one of the games Jordan had 3 blocks, 3 steals. The other one he had 5 blocks, 5 steals. But in the road game versus the Knicks, everything comes back down to earth. He has 2 steals, 1 block. You know, just in some random away game in New York. So I just was trying to play games that just to showcase that the defense was just subpar. But when you look at it, you see the disparity from home and away. You see the low quality defense. And I was also trying to show people that when I did my stats, because when I did the stats per game and the matchups in that particular game, I was trying to showcase to people that Jordan was guarding Gerald Wilkins, and Gerald Wilkins had a big game, dropped 22 points. In the Philly game, Jordan guarded David Wingate, and David Wingate dropped 17 points. Those things align. That's who Jordan was guarding. That's what I was addressing from my end. And I think the Oppenheimer guy, I think he was the guy, Ben Franklin, who came on my panel. He was hyper focused on the Celtic game. He was making a claim that Jordan wasn't guarding Larry Bird at all in one of those Celtic games. But I said, why would Synergy lie? Because when I pulled up a random Philadelphia game, which was the first game of the year, that Synergy had down. The first game Synergy had down was Jordan was guarding David Wingate. This is what David Wingate did. He shot 8 of 22. And when we looked at the film, I asked everybody, well, who is the announcer saying Jordan is guarding? Everybody said David Wingate. So I said, if Synergy got the first one right, why would it intentionally mess up the matchups for the rest of the games for the season? And then we look at the Knicks game that I just played. Jordan was guarding Gerald Wilkins. That's on the video. And we see the full game. But nobody sat back and said, look, I'm just going to evaluate the quality of Jordan's defense. Everybody right now is hyper focused, which rightfully so, because you cooking them so much on it. Everybody's right now hyper focused on trying to save Jordan's blocks and steals, but they forgot that I'm not even attacking.
You are attacking him. You're saying that he doesn't play defense. That's attacking him, Lamont. You can't do that. Zesty Jeffries don't accept that. I don't know if I lost.
Was saying, look, we counted the steals. I'm like, look, y'all, I don't care about that. I already made the claim. Jordan was not a very good defensive player that year anyway. And I said the only thing that people used to say was a good defender was the Cook steals and blocks. And so they're trying to count steals and blocks as if that's going to prove anything to me. Even if those numbers are accurate, he still was a bad defender. That's the thing I'm saying. Cooked or not, he was still a bad defender with those numbers, whether you juice him or not. He was not a very good defender. And just play some of those games. Look at him standing 5 feet off his man, right? Just playing very loose. He's not playing very significant on-ball defense. This is why his man, on night in and night out basis, was able to shoot close to 50% from the field. He was not playing very aggressive defense. He was hyper-focused on playing passing lanes and doing those other things. He wasn't focused on really defending his man, and that's why he would get barbecued. So
you know what? I showed a clip from that Utah game that you put on your channel. So again, y'all go to FYF Sports and y'all can see the game. So again, the thing was though, Lamont, is that these games are not available. And if you were able to get your hands on 16 different games from 1988, you did way better than Haverstroh ever did. Because remember, Haverstroh said he had to go all the way to Europe to access this information in this film. So that means your plug is way better than whoever he went to Europe to get that information from. So are you going to continually post these games every day for us?
I'm posting for everything that I got. I'm posting it 1 game a day. We'll see who shows up to even actually watch, like the game with the Knicks today. Mm-hmm. As people saw, nobody really wanted to show up and watch that Knicks game. I wonder why. Because
I watched it.
I know you did. Yeah, but I'm talking about the Jordan fans. Because the point I was trying to make was, in that particular game, Jordan was guarding Gerald Wilkins. Gerald Wilkins shot efficient from the floor, scored 22 points, with Jordan as the primary defender. That's the point. I need them to address that point, because they're the ones telling me that, these players were scoring points and it wasn't all on Jordan. And I'm watching the film and I'm consistently watching Jordan be out of place. go contest shots he's not supposed to contest, go jump passing lanes he's not to jump in. He's giving up points to Gerald Wilkins every which way. To me, that's bad defense. But they're going to run from that because, like I said, they rely on the numbers to say that Jordan was a good defender. That's when I pulled Ben Franklin on the panel, I said, tell me about Jordan's defense without mentioning the steals and the blocks. And he said, well, I didn't watch. I can't tell you that.
Exactly.
I was like, so you don't know.
Lamar, I'm going to give him one more chance to be a truthful, honest individual. Benjamin, I'm bringing you back up, Benjamin, because they're accusing you of being somebody who has a burner account. Are you also Mr. Oppenheimer?
Yes.
It's not a burner account.
I told you that, Sam.
You just put in your name when you go in the chat. It's not a burner.
He talks about like all the fallacies.
Okay, so wait a minute. So Oppenheimer is the same thing as Benjamin Franklin.
When you go on the stream, you can just type in your name.
Okay. So you come in as Benjamin, but your actual YouTube is Mr. Oppenheimer.
It was Benjamin like a couple of days ago, and I just changed the profile pic. It's the same person.
No, because I could have sworn I've seen Oppenheimer before than a couple of weeks ago, my friend.
Right.
Yeah, that's me. That's what I'm saying. It was Benjamin Franklin before, and I just changed the username in the profile pic.
You are something else.
That's called a burner account.
It's not a burner.
He's saying it's. I believe he's saying it's the same account. He just changed his username.
You zesty Jeffries or something else, man. I can't.
I just wanted to know, Benjamin, are you admitting that? Do you admit that that Michael Jordan's steals were fabricated, like based on the evidence of these videos?
Not from what I've seen, no.
What? He literally showed a steal that they gave to Michael Jordan. He deflects the ball. The Boston player picks it up. How is that a steal for Jordan, Benjamin? Can you explain that?
Again, so you already starting off with the wrong presupposition. He showed a clip. He said it was counted as a steal. That's his clip. That has nothing to do with any of my arguments.
What? So Jordan was counted for 5 steals in the game.
So are you saying? No. Wait. So are you saying that I showed that as a 5th steal and hid the 5th steal?
Never said that.
Okay. So why would you say it's my clip when it's the actual film from the game?
I know it's filmed from the game. I'm not saying it's just some made up.
Okay. Answer my question. If I recorded 6 dead ball turnovers, there's 6 of them in that game, and I give you each stamp, will you go watch each 6 dead ball turnover?
The best way would be like if you put the entire video on your channel or someone's channel, whatever, link it.
I can't steal people's content. I put the link.
Then I get it. Wait.
I put the link in the actual show description. I put the link. I told people throughout the week, if you follow us, even on Facebook and everybody, I've been posting the game all week. It's been Thursday. It's been 7 days. This is one of the 6 games he mentioned. You're on YouTube all the time.
I'm not checking up on the channel like that. Believe it or not.
Wait. No. But you are checking on this information. You have been on every other platform I've been seeing trying to debate people about this thing here that you claim you've never seen anything. But here it is. I went and go watch.
Never said that.
Yes, you did. I just
watched the games.
That last
the specific game he's talking about.
The deflection that we're talking about was counted as a steal. We all saw it. It wasn't a steal. There wasn't a loss of possession. If it was counted as a steal, John Paxson should have also gotten a steal. That doesn't match the box score. That means the Bulls actually had 13 live turnovers in that game with 6 dead ball turnovers, which would include for 19 turnovers actually in the game. They counted for 16. There is no matter how you say it, there is something wrong with the math. It's not adding up, which proves our point.
Hey, Johnny, let me ask a question, like to get to a point of it. In that video, in the clips that you show, is that all the interactions Jordan could have had steals? Is that every interaction? Okay.
Yes.
So Benjamin, in those clips, that's every interaction Jordan had that could have been a possible steal.
No, Ishmael. He understands, Ishmael. He's just being dense.
First and foremost, according to him, it is. That's the first thing.
No,
again, I have to take that presupposition.
That was every interaction. I don't think Ajani would lie.
Ishmael, you don't have to defend me. You do not have to defend me. I will defend myself. I give you the timestamp. The link to the game is available. Stop hitting the link to talk to me and go hit the link and watch the game. At 10:39 of that game, you will find a Chicago Bulls steal. At 15:17 of that timestamp, you will find a Michael Jordan steal, which is actually this steal right here.
Dennis Johnson off the circle to the right, holding on Jordan. Swings it left to Bird. Bird, a return feed into McHale. The Bulls dig it out. Michael Jordan, the steal.
At 26:54, you will find another Chicago steal. Let me get this. Let me try to get all this shit correct, because like I said, I write shit down. I do my fucking research. You fucking liars and you zesty Jeffries get on my fucking nerves. As I told y'all today, this is an adult fucking program. If you go to, in that game, 16-minute and 35-second of that particular game, timestamp, you will see that block steal that we don't know if it's a block or a steal that Jordan, that has to be a steal if Jordan has 5 steals. That's the only way he can have a steal if we count that. Then if you go look in the second quarter, you will find each one of those timestamps where Chicago Bulls had a steal. And one of those steals is the John Paxson steal, which I'm going to give you the exact timestamp for that one. That one is at 39:19. So the one that you see that says Chicago steal at 39:19 is this John Paxson play right here.
The Bulls up 13, 38 seconds left. Here's Jordan, the steal. Lohaus gets the loose ball, though. Bird's 15-footer. Rim's no good. Rebound, Lohaus. His foul, no, but a foul.
So again, if you do your study in the first half, it's available to you. They said Boston had 12 turnovers, which would account for 9 steals and 3 dead ball turnovers. They even said at the start of the third quarter, Chicago had 9 steals. Then Michael Jordan got accredited for 2 more steals, and at the end of the third quarter, they said Boston had 14 steals. Here are the 2 steals that the Chicago Bulls got in the third quarter right here.
The Bulls back up 17 again. Bird with it off to the right, dumps it into Parrish. Low right against Corsi. Parrish dribble the ball away. Jordan the steal. Bulls out on the break. Trying to stop it. Now Ainge real quick back in. Checked by Vincent. Wide left, and it goes to McHale against Oakley. And the ball loose to Jordan. Michael Jordan brings it up for the Bulls.
So, at halftime, they told me, in the game itself, they told me, which what I recorded, Boston had 12 turnovers. They had 9 of them off of steals. There was 2 more steals that I recorded, and at the end of the game, they said that the Boston Celtics had 16 turnovers, but in the fourth quarter, there were 3 dead ball turnovers. So that means they didn't account for the actual turnovers. If we're gonna say Chicago had 12 steals, they should have 18 turnovers on Boston's side.
I don't know what the argument is. If that's all of Jordan's interactions with possible steals, they weren't all steals. Like I don't.
That's a smoking gun, to be honest. I mean.
Lamont, I told you, Lamont, this is what I do best, Lamont. This is what these guys they like to attack me. You see how they attack me when I show up on your program. All I want to do is talk basketball. I did my research. I took my time to go watch the game because guess what? It's off season, right? There's no basketball to watch. I really can't get into the WNBA. I've tried, right? It's kind of like watching. It's kind of like watching the '80s, right? No disrespect to the sisters. They working hard. They doing their thing, but it's just not the same for me, right? But I went to go watch the games because they're available. So like now you're giving us more games to watch. Because if you didn't give me those games that you gave me, I was gonna go find 87 games. Because I was like, if we can't find nothing in 1988, let me go find 87. Then if I can't find nothing in 87, let me go to 89. So that's what I was gonna go find a complete game for people like Benjamin, for people like Pee Wee Herman, for the zesty Jeffries who can't accept that I took my time to watch the game. Because like I told him, it's either you're gonna be so obsessed by proving us wrong that you're gonna go watch the game and prove the box score matched the game film, or you're so obsessed with Michael Jordan that you refuse to even go watch the game because you know that if you find something that you would not like, it will destroy the whole fabric of your existence.
And here, my thing is that the biggest thing is that there are some games where I feel like the statisticians got it right. And so what people like Oppenheimer is doing is he's using a few instances where they may have got it right to justify that everything is wrong, when me and you both know that it just takes the fudging of a few games to throw off the numbers for the entire season. Especially when you're adding 2 and 3 steals here or there, and we don't know how many games they did it in. And that's what I'm seeing, and that's why I said, for me, I'm not even going to evaluate Jordan based off the steals and blocks, because if you look at how he gets his steals and blocks, it's really based on bad defense. It's a lot of gambling. He's leaving strong side help. Like, you got to realize the way he was playing defense in those videos, if you do that in today's game, he's getting barbecued, leaving strong side. Like, you're one pass away. You're jumping down to the post to go double because the man you're guarding is not even a 3-point threat. That's bad defense, right? We kill guys like Russell Westbrook for this. Going the ball hawk and go chase rebounds as a guard is not good defense. The first thing you need to be doing is trying to get back. And so when I look at pure basic basketball principles, it doesn't align with the defensive player of the year. When I look at the numbers obviously have been juiced, which helped manufacture the defensive player of the year award, because people didn't use real defense to give out that award back then. They just used numbers. And like I said, you killing them from your end. Obviously, from my end, a lot of people don't want to touch what real defense looks like, because I can break that down all day and tell you why it was horrendous. And this is the same thing Rasheed Wallace said, so I know I'm not crazy. It's just he's just one of the few people not afraid to say it. And he said it with confidence.
Yeah, you know what, Lamont? Let me put you on the big screen. Just stand and be proud of yourself, because let me tell you something, PB Herman. Let me tell you something, PB Herman. Lamont said that he's been saying this for a long time. Lamont didn't just say that. You know what Lamont did? Lamont showed us the actual video and the actual channel, the actual show where he talked about Michael Jordan not having no defense. And that was 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't just say, hey guys, I've been saying this. I don't know why you guys never knew about this. He said, you know what? I'm going to show you how I've been saying this. And he went and showed, because he's a content creator. So if you want to get the 3,000 subscribers, which is what we're trying to do here in GOAT James Kingdom, Pee Wee Herman, you need to start doing real research and real content creations like FYF and GOAT James Kingdom. Until then, Cricket TV is only going to help you build up his channel. And you're going to help him get views, and he going to get paid, and you ain't going to get nothing at the end of the day. I keep trying to tell you guys, we're real content creators. So shout out to Lamont for doing what you do. I really do appreciate you, Lamont. You are the best at this. Now remember, guys. Remember I showed you the 2 steals, right? Those are the two time steals in the third quarter, right? So Ishmael asked me, were there any other plays? As you can see there's 3 plays here where I named Michael Jordan steals. The only other plays where Michael Jordan were involved that we can count for steals is this play right here, which we all are confused whether it's a block or a steal.
Off to the right is Ainge. Dennis Johnson holding wide right, gets it to Bird, foul on his inside pass, tipped away. Jordan steals it. Michael Jordan coming in.
Or this one right here is what I also didn't count as a steal, but this has to be counted as a steal if Michael Jordan has 5 steals, because these are the only other plays that Michael Jordan was involved in a turnover.
The Bulls up 13, 38 seconds left. Here's Jordan, the steal. Lohaus gets the loose ball, though. Bird's 15-footer, rim's no good. Rebound, Lohaus. His follow, no, but a foul.
Hey, Johnny.
Yeah, go ahead, Tim, man.
That one with Charles Oakley is not a steal for Jordan either. Oakley tipped the ball. That's his steal.
Okay, I got it.
No, that's not how it works.
No.
Tipping
Hold on, wait.
the ball does not gain possession.
Hold on, wait. No. See, I wanted to ask you that, Rex, because in reality, this is the NBA rule right here. The NBA states, and before I read this here, Oppenheimer, I am not speaking fallacy. You're the liar. You're the one who came up here and lied several times. So I'm not going to entertain liars today. I already told you wanted to play this game. You didn't want to play the game. So Rex, listen to this. This is what it says. This is in the NBA rule book. It says a steal is accredited to a player that legally takes the ball away from an opponent, intercepts a pass, or otherwise obtains possession of the ball following an opponent's turnover, providing the ball has remained inbounds and the clock has not stopped. So a dead ball turnover cannot be constituted as a steal. But it says here, continues to say, if a player deflects a pass or dribbles and controls his deflection either away from the opponent or towards a teammate, resulting in an eventual possession for the defense, the player causing the deflection is a credit for the steal. They even gave you a play for you to see. This is from NBA.com, and this is a part of the rule book, and this is the play that they showed to understand what a steal is considered in the NBA.
A steal is credited to a player that legally takes the ball away from an opponent, intercepts a pass, or otherwise obtains possession of the ball following an opponent's turnover, provided the ball has remained in bounds and the clock is not stopped. If a player deflects a pass or dribble and controls his deflection either away from an opponent or towards a teammate, resulting in eventual possession for the defense, the player causing the deflection is credited with the steal. On this play, number 11 in blue, Monte Morris, is credited with the steal, since he deflected the pass in a controlled manner away from the opponent, even though Morris did not control the ball.
So,
shit.
So that's no. This is the question though. I think that's Lamont. This little shit. So I was gonna ask you, Lamont, after I asked Rex this. Rex, you're my historian here. Could that rule have been different in 1988?
Well, the key there is controlled, and the NBA has changed the rules. They change rules every year. They don't change in the rule book. What they do is they change points of emphasis. What they'll do is you'll get a memo at the beginning of the year where they'll talk about, like, if you want to talk about the pivot foot, you know, and or the hand on the big one. The biggest change over time is with dribbling. It used to be your palm had to stay on top of the ball. That no part of your hand could extend below the equator of the ball. Then they said no. When they say hand on top of the ball, we actually mean the palm. Your fingers can go below the equator of the ball, but your palm must stay on top.
I have it right here, Johnny.
Okay, go ahead, Lamont. Hold on. I'm sorry, Rex. Let's let Lamont do it. Lamont does his research. Lamont, breaking news. What was a steal in 1988, Lamont?
Okay, so it says in 1980, a steal in the NBA was defined as any legal defensive action that caused a turnover by an opposing player leading to a change of possession. This could include intercepting, stripping the ball from an opponent, or deflecting the ball into the hands of a teammate. Ooh. The term steal emphasized the defensive player's ability to take the ball away without committing a foul. It says the adjustments made to the rules later on clarified and standardized the specific actions that constitute a steal. And that's what you read from NBA.com is the clarification and the standardization of the rule. So actually they were actually back in the 80s before because this was clarified, this was re-clarified and standardized in 1999. But from that point, from any time before that, it didn't even use the word controlled. So it even takes that word out of it. So that makes what we saw in those videos steals for the player that deflected it by definition.
Wow, so then that means, hold on. So that means this wasn't a steal for Jordan.
To stop it. Now Ainge real quick back in. Checked by Vincent, wide left, and it goes to McHale against Oakley, and the ball loose to Jordan. Michael Jordan brings it up for the Bulls.
That's a steal for Oakley. That's a steal for Oakley.
So that if Oakley now the way it looks, now I'm not even gonna lie, because they didn't do player tracking, the way it looks, at least from my vantage point, even with the announcer says the guy lost the ball, but they don't say that Charles Oakley poked it away, even though Oakley did poke it away. So if they made a mistake there, they could have potentially credited Jordan with a steal if they thought he just fumbled the ball and then Jordan went and picked it up.
Well, okay, but again, again, that's a part of one of the steals that I counted. That is the steal at 1 hour, 8 minutes, and 4 seconds of that game.
But it looks like Oakley poked it away.
And no, that's exactly what it looks like. It definitely looks like. But again, we can look at it again. Here it is, right here.
Stop it now. Ainge real quick back in. Checked by Vincent, wide left, and it goes to McHale against Oakley, and the ball loose to Jordan. Michael Jordan brings it up for the Bulls.
Yeah.
And what makes it even worse, it's so grainy, right? Because it's such in the 80s, it's so grainy, no HD, that we can't even see what's really going on. We really can't tell what's going
I
on.
saw that clearly. Oakley hit that ball, bro.
It looked like Oakley hit it. It looked like he deflected it.
The ball.
And listen, when you watch that game, this is another thing. This is why I'm glad you showed the games to Mont, because John Stockton looked so great in that game. If you watch that game, you can see how good Kevin McHale is. Like, you can really see, damn, Kevin McHale is a beast. Like, this guy is out here doing his thing. Like, you can tell. Like, you can see it. Like, he's just an advanced player on the basketball court. And to have him stumble like that, it had to be because Oakley's defense. Because Oakley was playing great that year as well. There was a point in time in that season, Oakley was averaging 16 and 16. 16 points and 16 rebounds per game. And that was mentioned in the clip that I had with Lamont. Shout out to Lamont. Lamont, you don't understand what you just did, bro. You did. That's why they don't like you. That's why they call you a LeBron sexual. They say you're actually a traitor because you're not really a guy who has the Jordan as the GOAT.
I know.
They don't like it. They say you're an undercover LeBron sexual, and you have a whole fan base full of LeBron sexuals. You know, the other day when they were crying about the Wolves, they were really crying about me. Herman said he invited me to Cricket TV, but he didn't because he knows how to send us an invite. They know we don't dodge no smoke. So I'm actually gonna get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. You guys have all been great, man. I appreciate you, Lamont. Appreciate you, Rex. DJ, you've been good. Twin Man, Ishmael, Ocho. Shout out to Oppenheimer, Benjamin Franklin, George Washington, Jefferson. I don't know how many accounts you have. Shout out to Pee Wee Herman as well. Shout out to all the GOAT James Kingdom members. Again, y'all, next week's show will be a members-only show. So you have to become a member to participate in my top 50 greatest contest. So you guys be more than happy to go ahead and support our channel and what we do here, because you can see we're trying to grow, and they're telling us we only got 2,000 subscribers, Lamont. They're making fun of me, but it doesn't matter. We're real content creators. We're not cowards. We do real things. Mac Def, it's too late. I'm going to have to holler at you at another time, even though you drop some knowledge sometimes. I appreciate you guys for showing up again, y'all. This is the Friday Night Exposure with the Exposer.
You have now been exposed by the Exposer.
Y'all have a good evening, y'all. Stay peace and play blessful.